First, we're going to look at the important parts of the call flow which are necessary in order to get tags from IVR decisions made by callers into Zendesk Tickets. So if we look at what's going to happen first, as soon as a call arrives on the platform, this event trigger is going to be triggered and is going to create a Zendesk ticket, and that Zendesk ticket is going to appear with the tags call inbound and IVR no input already configured. This IVR no input tag is important because if a caller goes through the IVR menu and doesn't make any kind of input at all, then we want this tag to remain here for use in reporting later on. So if we go back to our applications, the call is going to enter a welcome prompt first, and then it's going to move straight onto the IVR menu. This IVR menu is going to play a series of service options. It's going to ask the caller to press 1 for sales, 2 for supplier, or 3 for other. And this will prompt the caller to then make their input. It's going to be 1 character in length, and this input is going to be stored under the name options selected. So that will be the name of the variable which we need to call up later on to test. Okay, and then after the call has gone through this menu, it's going to move on to the queue. And here, this is just going to represent the rest of the queue experience, your agents and selections and things. But here it's just a prompt player. But the important thing is we need an application for it to move on to, because as soon as the call has left the IVR menu, we want the test to happen to see if the inputs have been pressed, and we want to add tags if they have. So here we've got our 3 actions, and they are adding the tags sales, supplier, and other. And they're happening here if these triggers are true, if caller pressed 1 is true. So if we have a look at those triggers quickly, we can see that we've got this option selected variable, and this is under the voice application section. You should have a variable here which corresponds to the one that you've configured. And if we set it here equal to 1, if this is true, if the DTMF input 1 is read by the platform, this trigger will be fired, and this tag here will be added to the ticket. Importantly as well, the IVR no input tag will be removed. So let's send a call into the service. See if we can play it for you.
Hello, welcome to BABELFORCE. Get the apps you need to nurture relationships with customers.
So we can see that a ticket has already been created here, and it's got the IVR no input at the moment. But if I press 1 in the IVR, you can see that already the action happens and IVR no input is removed and sales is added. Great. So if we try the other type of call that we need to test, which is just a call that goes straight through and no IVR input is made, then we should see the same thing happening, but with slightly different actions. So if we... Great, we've got calls come in, and we've got an IVR no input there. So let's run through all the options, and there's been no input, I haven't pressed anything. And eventually it will go around to the afterflow, which is there. This has moved on to the queue application, but nothing's happened here.